Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about right now are a few things. I didn't get to upload a second video yesterday because I was a little busy. So I'm going to be playing a little bit of catch up with this video. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to talk about. All right, and the first thing is about a poultry farm in Colorado that's going to be culling approximately 1.8 million chickens after the bird flu was detected at the Weld, and that's WELD, county egg laying operation. Now, this is the same commercial farm that has already seen more than 6 million birds that were culled. And the Colorado governor, Jared Polis, Polis, declared that the outbreak is an emergency. Yes, and this move activates the state's emergency operation plans and makes additional resources available to respond to the outbreak. The second thing that I want to talk about, um, it's a little strange because why would this person do this? I don't know. So at the Hilo, and that's Hilo International Airport, that's in Hawaii, was evacuated after Transportation Security Administration agents reportedly discovered two grenades inside a 41-year-old man's carry-on luggage. Now, officials had to evacuate the terminal. The bomb squad investigated the items. Now, the guy's name is Akito Fukushima of Kanazawa, Japan. He was arrested for first-degree terroristic threatening, and the bomb squad determined that the grenades were inert, meaning they're not dangerous. So after finding the inert bombs, okay, and they were hidden, so that's what caused the whole kit and caboodle. The evacuation was suspended. The flight that he was trying to board was to a destination outside the United States, but the police said that they didn't say which country it was heading to or what his ultimate destination was supposed to be. The third thing that I want to talk about is Poland's army chief of staff is publicly urging people and his nation to prepare for full-scale war with Russia. Now, Poland is preparing the military for full-scale conflict with Russia, and Poland needs to prepare its soldiers for an all-out conflict as the country boosts the number of troops on its border with Russia and Belarus. And Poland's relations with Russia and its ally Belarus, and that's with a B, not a P, okay, Belarus, have deteriorated sharply since Moscow sent tens of thousands of troops into neighboring Ukraine. Um, and that started in February of 2022, starting a war that is still being fought. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about are what boil water advisories that are happening in quite a few states, okay? And they're in place in several cities across the United States. And this was as of last night. So the advisories are due to main breaks and other operational disruptions to the city's waterworks departments. And under a boil water advisory, residents in the affected areas are urged not to use their tap water for consumption, including drinking, brushing your teeth, washing your food, or washing your dishes. In the case that residents do use the tap water, officials say that the water should be brought to a rolling boil for at least a minute before you consume it. So the first state is Illinois. Parts of Southside Chicago are under a boil water advisory after a high pressure water main break inside the Roseland pumping station late Tuesday night. According to a release from city officials, water pressure to parts of Beverly, Morgan Park, and Auburn Gresham were impacted by the break between 7:30 and 11 o'clock on Tuesday. And that was at night. While the water main is back online and fully pressurized, a boil water advisory is in place out of caution until further notice. Those impacted by the notion, including buildings and residences located east of Sacramento Avenue, north of 119th Street, west of I-57, south of 87th Street, and south of Beverly Avenue. Residents should bring water to a full rolling boil for at least 5 minutes to ensure it's safe for consumption. Boiled water may be stored at room temperature or refrigerated in a closed container until needed. Free bottled water is available for pickup at Ridge Park in Beverly for those impacted by the advisory. The next state is Kansas. The Kansas Department of Health and Environment issued a boil water advisory for the Cloud County Rural District 1 on Wednesday after a water line break led to loss in pressure in the system, which created a risk for bacterial contamination. The advisory includes parts of western Cloud County in north central Kansas. Residents under the advisory should boil your water for at least a minute before drinking or using for food preparation. According to a release from the state's health department, if tap water appears dirty, flush the water lines before letting the water run clear. If used to disinfect dishes and food contact surfaces, tap water can also be disinfected by using 1 teaspoon of unscented bleach per gallon. And the next one is Michigan. A water advisory remain in place for Sylvan Township in Michigan after a local water treatment plant experienced a security breach on Monday morning. Officials at the Michigan State Police Department said that one suspect, 33-year-old male, was arrested in connection to the security breach, which caused damage to the interior of the plant. Now, the last one is for Texas. A boil water advisory was in place for the surrounding Houston area for 2 days after Hurricane Beryl made landfall in Texas. The Category 1 storm, which was previously clocked at a Category 5 hurricane while passing through the Caribbean, has left millions of residents without power and left behind flooding and property damage. As of Wednesday, the Associated Press reported that Beryl was responsible for 7 deaths. Oh, dear God. A water advisory was issued due to power outages in several neighborhoods in Harris County, led to loss of pressure in the water line, which officials said could allow contaminants into the supply. The advisory impacts the following neighborhoods: Western Trails, Roland Heights, Orchard Crossing, McGee Place, Homestead Oaks, Fair Acres Section 2, Airline Link Addition, Cedar Oaks, Cedar Bayou Estates, Azalea Estates, Aldine Village Subdivision. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.